Michelson on the new channel 95.7, 8 o'clock and 58 degrees.
You need to go to Facebook, go to Connie and Curtis, type it in, and look at our cover photo. It is not what it seems. Okay, so if you just click on it, there's a goat, and he's standing on a rock. Now, Amanda, I need you to do it right now. Facebook.
Going there right now.
Connie and Curtis. So it's a goat on a rock. Now click
We
that.
love goats. Goats make us happy.
Click that picture and make it bigger. It's not a rock.
No, it's a hippo.
That goat is standing on a hippopotamus, and the hippo is huge compared to the goat.
Yes.
Well, no kidding.
So it must be a baby goat.
What, you think regular goats, grown-up goats, are about the size of a hippo?
I guess I didn't realize what a difference there was in size between the two animals. Because you never see goats and hippos in the same area at the zoo. Hippos have that water part. Goats don't. They're never really even at zoos unless they're in the little kitty petting zoo part.
You know, it's funny. Growing up, I never really loved the goats at the zoo. But it wasn't until you and I became partners that I don't know what happened. But suddenly, I love goats.
Yeah.
And you love goats. And I think it's because one day, Curtis and I were driving, and we saw a goat farm, and there were like 1 million goats.
1 million goats
and
just
we
on a
fell
hill.
in love. So we used to drive by that park all the time, or that little farm all the time.
Yeah. So there were.
Decided we loved goats.
But then one day we drove by and there were no goats.
And we were like, what happened to the goats? But then we drove by like a month later, and they were back.
Yeah. So either they were all inside.
It was probably dinner time.
Or they had gone somewhere else, you know, further away from the road.
And it's it's got to be work to move 1 million goats.
Yeah, absolutely. You need 1 million, or probably about 500 sheepdogs and goat dogs, you would call them in that instance. So yeah, and you gotta herd them around. Goats are awesome. I like goats.
I like goats.
My
too.
kids, so where you just started loving goats when you and I started working together, goats and my kids have kind of a rocky relationship too.
Why?
Because at the petting zoo, the part of the zoo where you go in with the goats, goats attack you because you have food.
Right.
But goats ignore you if you have no food.
Right.
So the first time we went in and we let Haley, I think Haley got to have food, and Elizabeth and Charlotte were too little for food.
Okay.
So we're like, no food for you guys because you could just get knocked over. So they were laughing as Haley is swarmed by goats. And Haley's a little nervous, right?
Right.
So, and she's probably 4 years old and got these two little babies. So here she is, swarmed by goats, and the two little ones are just, ah, ha, ha, ha. So then that next summer, we gave Elizabeth a handful of goat food.
Right.
She hated it. Get these goats away from me, right? So she threw the food onto the ground, and then they swarm moved
left
to the
her.
ground.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Smart.
But then she wanted them back. But she didn't have any food.
Oh,
they
you
won't
think
come
they're
back
gonna
if you
be
don't have
fun,
food.
and you can pet them, and
They just wanna eat.
Yeah.
All they want to do is come and eat.
But they're funny, and they make funny noises.
They do. And then
I like animals that make funny noises.
sometimes they'll butt you. Like,
Doink.
they'll hit you with their heads, and they do that, and that's a good time.
Speaking of your girls, I thought of you this weekend because a friend of mine was telling me a story about a lemonade stand, so I thought of your lemonade
That I
stand
had
story that you destroyed.
Yeah.
But she was telling me that her daughter and some other girls in the neighborhood had a lemonade stand.
Okay.
And there's a guy in the neighborhood who drinks a lot.
Oh, so it was mixers.
He was.
Yeah. Pour a little lemonade in here.
He hung out at their lemonade stand for like
Hold
2
on.
hours mixing drinks.
Was it your husband?
No, this was not anywhere in Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay.
This was outside of Grand Rapids.
Okay, so it wasn't your husband doing this.
No. And I said, and at one point he was like, do you have any more ice?
So he's saving.
He was there for 2 hours.
So he's just mixing his drinks.
He's mixing vodka with lemonade.
With the lemonade that he's buying at the stand.
the lemonade stand
for
and
a
hanging out
quarter.
there. And I was like, oh, I mean, I don't know. What do you do?
Right.
I mean, is he a nuisance otherwise? And she's like, I mean, we all know him as the drunk guy in the neighborhood. He drinks a lot.
Okay.
But
Well, obviously they aren't like afraid of him.
they didn't say anything.
Right.
They definitely kept, the mothers kept going out.
Okay, yeah.
But he was there for 2 hours at their lemonade stand.
That's awesome. Well, 25 cents for a vodka lemonade? I mean, where are you going to find those prices? Did he teach the girls how to mix them for him?
No, but he definitely, something got brought up about a shaker.
Yes.
I was like, what is this guy doing? And he's a grown man.
Just wanted some vodka
this is a
lemonade.
dude in his 50s. She said probably early 50s.
I got my vodka. I'm just going to
What
camp
would you
out
do
here.
if you didn't ruin the girls' lemonade stand because you thought they lied?
Somebody walks
They have a
up.
lemonade stand, and one of your neighbors, who is the drinker of the neighborhood, is standing out there for 2 hours at their lemonade stand, mixing his drinks.
Yeah. I
continues to buy the lemonade.
I would probably be drinking with him.
Curtis!
Like the first time, I would think
you would.
I would think that's weird, and Katie would have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And then I would just go stand there because if he got out of line, you got to shuffle him along. But I'd probably have 1 or 2 vodka lemonades.
I tell her at the end of the conversation, I have to go tell Dan this, and I'll bet you $1 that he's going to start cracking up.
Yeah, it's funny.
He started cracking up.
It's a funny thing, and it's a great lesson because as he kept standing there, they were able to jack up the price of the lemonade. I'm sure.
That's what I said. I'm like, did they come back and were they like, Mr. Smith gave us a $50?
Yeah, $3 for this lemonade. What? It wasn't a quarter. It was a quarter. My kids now do the thing where because we have an ice cream truck in the neighborhood, so he comes around, and they've seen how people line up for that. So now instead of having a lemonade stand, because they don't have one because I ruined it, they put it on. They put a pitcher and cups on a skateboard, and drag it around the neighborhood with a jump rope, and go door to door selling or yard to yard selling lemonade. They made like $15.
Did they really?
One day, just boo do 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 do. Heck yeah,
good for them.
And then somebody else started doing it too. So now we have like 3 different groups.
That's hilarious.
And they have small cups, little Dixie cups, like you see in the bathroom for kids. But us grown-ups, they give us big cups.
That's a steal.
For 50 cents.
That's a total steal.
I'll take it. These kids are making so much money.
Good for
I
them.
need a lemonade stand. Right?
Would you have vodka your lemonade stand?
Well, not unless if you're a policeman listening, no, I would not be selling drinks outside of my wagon.
You need a liquor license, right?
But
my wagon.
But I probably would.
Oh.
Isn't that where he fell off the wagon? Isn't that where that came from? Because they used to serve drinks off wagons?
I don't know where that came from.
I'm going to say that it probably is.
You mean like in the olden days?
Yeah, like you say, I fell off the wagon. To mean like I drink again, or I do this now. I ate some chili cheese fries. I fell off the diet wagon.
I don't know where that came from.
Amanda, did that come up because they used to sell drinks off the wagon?
I know.
You are filled with a plethora
you would
of
have
information.
to think that they probably transferred the alcohol from tavern to tavern via wagon, and they probably were drinking while they were transferring.
So you think they just then fell off the wagon on
it's
the way to the
possible
next tavern?
they were intoxicated and transferring the alcohol that they fell off the wagon.
Wait, which fell off the wagon?
The people transferring the alcohol.
Cowboys?
Because it's a lot
Okay.
of alcohol to be transferring from tavern to tavern.
Okay, it's American. It's associated with wagons. The original form.
Thank you.
Dates.
Captain Obvious!
This is from the English Stack Exchange. Speaker was drinking water rather than alcohol. So the water wagon,
Okay.
it was called the water wagon, brought water.
Okay.
So people would be drinking water to
they'd fall
say
off
that
of
they're
it?
drinking it, and then somebody fell off of it one time because they were drinking. I have no idea. It doesn't say.
It's associated with wagons.
Oh, no, because you're,
Thank you.
No, because
Thank you, Wikipedia.
You're not falling off anything. You to be on the water wagon was to abstain from drinking. That's what that meant.
Okay. You couldn't drink the water?
No, you could drink the water.
Oh.
That's all you drink. I'm on the water wagon.
Okay.
You would say that to people.
Okay.
So then no one around here says that because we don't have water
Like
wagons
what
anymore.
people would you say that to?
Like old time people wearing top hats to baseball games and things. And you're like, why are you dressed like this? So then, the water wagon meant that you didn't drink. In fact, there's an old school joke that I'll tell you here.
Oh, here we go with Joke Monday.
This is, this doesn't seem to be funny, so get ready for it.
So it's a Curtis joke. Okay,
This
ready.
is from 1903.
Ready.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm something of a ventriloquist, as you know, and when I casually asked the dog what he would take, he replied, well, I'm on the water wagon, but I'll take a sandwich. And that right there is a joke from 1903. That makes no sense.
Oh, that makes zero
Why is it a
sense.
dog?
That's before the internet, so maybe that has something
Yeah,
to do
jokes
with.
got funny with the internet.
Here's another joke from
Well, it has to do with
Internet?
wagons.
1901. Okay, 1901.
Okay.
A woman visits her friends, confides that she's going to get married.
Wait, is this another joke?
Yeah, I believe so.
okay.
It's not funny.
Maybe if we had long dresses and corsets on, it would be
Have
funny.
a ball, said one, meaning highball. That's how they used to refer to drinks as highballs. And
Okay.
she says, no, I've cut it. I'm on the water cart for good. Thank you, Amanda. That's a 1901 water wagon joke.
Wow.
I got it.
They were lacking some serious humor back then.
That's from a book. That's in Mrs. Wiggs of the Cabbage Patch.
What?
A book.
You
this?
sound like you're speaking a different language.
I might be.
Want to be part of the show?
8:21 on a beautiful morning
Like
in Grand Rapids.
We're never getting back together.
Channel 95.7, 61 degrees now. We're almost there. 20 to go, and we're hitting the high.
20 to go.
Which it is not going to be the high. 81 is supposedly the high today.
Right.
You know it's going to be warmer. It's always warmer.
It'll be hotter than we're saying right now. It has been every single day.
I know.
But maybe it will, because I saw somebody said it was only going to be like 75 today. So maybe this 81 that you're calling out.
Every station, every news channel that you look at, it's got anywhere between a 0 and 10 degree differential.
Yeah.
Between what the highs are.
Because you don't know.
And the forecast.
Nobody knows. Nobody has
Somebody
any
thinks
clue.
we're going to get thunderstorms right now.
Right now? That person is wrong.
That person is really wrong.
That person lost the weather challenge.
Now, on Wednesday, we are going to be out and about. It is our last day with Superior Foods and the whitefish dip.
Yeah,
the whitefish dip.
Simply Superior Mackinac Island-inspired smoked whitefish dip. So delicious.
Forest Hills Foods. We're going to be there from 11 to 1, so if you want to come and taste it, this is your last chance.
You try it. You can buy it right from us. You can sign up for one of the Mackinac Island trips. I mean, you are set up. But you got to join us Wednesday, 11 to 1 at Forest Hills Foods.
Which last time I was at Forest Hills Foods, I meet a friend there for lunch. I don't know, every couple months or so.
Yeah, you said they have like a good buffet. Is it like a salad bar? What do they have?
It's a salad bar, and they mix it up a little bit. Sometimes it's a salad bar and a Mexican food bar.
Okay.
And like Thanksgiving dinner bar.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe a pot roast. They've got like 6 different kinds of soups.
Nice. See, that's the problem with us, though.
And a little place to eat it.
Like last time we were at D&W on Cascade, or in Cascade, and I walked in at like 10:30 because I was going to eat some lunch.
Right.
So they had the salad bar set up, but they were still, like all the hot food was still being cooked and warmed because it doesn't open technically until 11.
Right.
And then as soon as I ate my salad and ate everything, they brought out nachos and all kinds of stuff that I definitely would have had instead. So I'll wait, knowing now that Forest Hills Foods has this salad bar and they make it a hot bar. I will wait and probably eat later so I'm not just stuck eating greens. Seriously, vegetables.
Well, my friend is meeting us there, and we're eating at 1 after
at
we're
you.
done.
You were.
I texted him. I'm like, "Did you hear we're going to be at Forest Hills Foods? Oh, you want to eat afterwards?"
I did hear,
Yes.
and I will meet you there, and we will eat.
And
I can't wait.
Last time we were there for lunch, I was getting salad dressing for my salad, and I dropped the bottle, and it went everywhere.
Oh, you're that guy.
And he said, "Hopefully you don't spill salad dressing all over the place this time."
Seriously.
I'm like, no, I really hope I do.
I was in a restaurant yesterday.
I like to smell like vinegar for the rest of the day.
I was in a restaurant yesterday. We were coming from a soccer game, and we had been playing with toads that we had found.
Yeah.
So we had to wash our hands before we got dinner. So Charlotte and I went into one bathroom. It was 2 unisex bathrooms in this place. So Elizabeth and Haley go into one, and Charlotte and I go into the other one. And I pull on the paper towel, and the whole dispenser falls right off the wall.
Oh, no.
And Charlotte says,
"You're so strong."
Charlotte says, "Are you going to tell somebody about that?" And I said, "Yes, after we order." So I said, we knocked it. And then I didn't tell. I didn't say a thing.
You didn't?
No, I forgot.
Huh.
And Charlotte didn't bust me out. I as we were driving home, I said, "Oh, I forgot to tell." And I said, "Charlotte, I'm surprised you didn't announce to the store that I had broken their bathroom." She said, "No, I thought you were going to tell." And then she just got sidetracked too. Pulled it right off the wall.
Was it because the food was so good?
Food was so good.
Was it?
Well, and we were taking it to go. So I wanted them to take my order, do everything, and then I was going to tell them when they were done, "Oh, by the way, I pulled your thing off the wall in there. You got to watch out."
And you forgot.
Also, I went to McDonald's this weekend, and they sent me up to go park. You know how your order's going to take a long time?
Right.
So 15 minutes later, I walk into the store. I still don't have my food, and I go in. They gave it to somebody else. Somebody else stole my breakfast.
Took it?
Somebody else took it. So I went in and I said, "Hey, I've been waiting like 15 minutes. Is it going to be any longer?" And they're like, "What are you talking about? We handed that out." I said,
"Not to me, you
well,
didn't."
No, you didn't. I didn't get it. And they're like, "Oh." So they quickly made it like as fast as they could. Like we feel so bad. But I'm thinking, who got 2 bags of McDonald's?
And they didn't tell anybody.
And didn't say.
Scam.
Always say.
What a scam.
Right?
Maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they didn't know. But they knew.
I mean, if I'm ordering like an Egg McMuffin and they hand me 6 bags.
You get a family feast. Seriously.
I mean, would you tell anybody?
If it was different amount of bags, yes. I'd be like,
Because you check.
I always check, but I check as I'm driving out.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and it's not like I would run in and say, "Oh, I got the wrong thing." I don't know. I would check, but I don't think I would care. And then
I don't pull away till I check anymore.
Okay, you're smart.
Well, I've been have so screwed over by that. I don't. Yeah. So I don't open the sandwiches to look at them.
Okay, to make sure they're the right thing.
Sometimes I still get the wrong stuff,
okay.
but
I said no pickles.
I at least count.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
2 sandwiches.
I got nothing. So I kind of paid it forward. I gave somebody breakfast, but I didn't pay twice. So really, I didn't pay it forward. Really, McDonald's paid it forward.
Thank you, McDonald's.
Yeah, great job, McDonald's. They were beside themselves because they were confused.
They probably felt horrible that you've been sitting there 15 minutes.
A, they felt horrible, but then B, they're like talking amongst themselves. I'm like, well, who got these? Like, who took this family feast? Because they're thinking, right, if you get a super heavy bag and you're just expecting 2 things.
A hash brown.
What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you running away with that?
Because you're super hungry.
You are. You got to go. You got to eat. There's no time.
You got mouths to feed.
I got mouths to feed. I got work to do here, people.
The person who's squealing out of McDonald's, that's probably them.
I saw a kid who must have just gotten his driver's license totally peel out, and
did he look scared?
He was a little scared, like he didn't want to do it. And then Katie looks at me and says, "Do not do it." Because I was going to do it. I was going to do it too. And she said, "Don't do it," because we were in our neighborhood. So then I'm like, "All right, fine." She doesn't want me in the minivan peeling around a corner in the neighborhood. She's like, "Everybody knows it's you. Do not do it," because they'll look out and then they'll think that you're just being a jerk.
Had it crossed your mind?
Oh,
to do
I was
it?
going to do it.
Oh, Curtis.
Because he did it, and like the look at his face was like, "Oh, what happened?" And then I was going to just follow suit, like, let's go. She's like, do not light him up.
You're like, you ruin all my fun.
You're a fun ruiner.
Yeah. It's 8:41 at Channel 95.7. 61 degrees now.
I have to give a standing ovation to Bryant on our Facebook page.
Okay.
I posted a little while ago, guys, have you ever had a swimsuit that had a nut pouch? Aren't those the worst? Because they are. It fits in there. It's in the front, and you don't spend a lot of time in there. I can tell you, as somebody who swims or goes off the diving board.
All right.
So Bryant says, that's not a nut pouch. It's a little pocket for change or something. No wonder you're so uncomfortable. How'd you get them way up to the waistline? So all swimsuits have like a little pouch right off the hip. That's not what I'm talking about, Bryant.
You think he was serious?
No, he's making a joke. I love it.
I wish he was serious.
Like, that is hilarious. No,
Way to go.
That's not the pouch I'm referring to. That is good stuff there, Bryant.
I just learned what that was yesterday.
The pouch.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's uncomfortable. I mean, for
That's
me,
what I've
least.
heard.
Like, because you don't spend a lot of time in there.
But somebody that I was hanging out with yesterday said he likes it better.
He does like it.
Yeah.
Because it gives it. Does he?
I guess.
Does he then? Okay.
I don't know what he does, and we don't care. But speaking of bathing suits, we were in a conversation this morning with Amanda, who has gone to one beach in West Michigan.
Yes.
And it's Grand Haven State Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we have the grand wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you start going after the grand wedding last year, correct?
Yes.
You had never been there before. USA Today did a Reader's Choice contest, and Saugatuck won.
Saugatuck won the Reader's Choice. So Oval Beach.
They pitted 20, the actual city of Saugatuck.
Oh, okay.
They pitted 20 cities together, like Sedona and cities that were
California,
Saugatuck-esque,
Florida, within
I think it was like 150-mile radius of a metro market. So,
okay.
Yeah, Saugatuck won.
Way to go, Saugatuck.
How awesome is that?
That is awesome. I have not been.
Summer weekend escape is what it is.
I have not been to the beach in Saugatuck.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to the brewery, which makes sense. I've been to a lot of the shops.
You've been to Saugatuck.
Been to Saugatuck, right, but not to the actual beach because when we were driving down the road to go to the beach, Katie thought it was too far. We were
Were you trying to go to Oval?
Well, we were going to go to Oval Beach.
Okay.
So there's one beach where you could walk down all these stairs, and we had parked there, and then we didn't want to walk down the stairs.
Yeah.
So it was snowy. We were going to go for snow time. Mm-hmm. So they were super snowy, and I said, well, Oval Beach is like 2 miles up the road. We can go. No, we should get back on the road. Ugh.
Wives.
2 minutes. It would have taken us 2 minutes.
Yeah, but then it would have taken you 2 minutes to get back, 30 minutes while you're there.
Who cares? Who cares?
Not me, but your wife does, apparently.
Seriously.
Well, you need to go this summer.
Well, best weekend escape. Done. I'm in for that. We also were laughing about the beach because Amanda was thinking of going to the beach yesterday. And it was a gorgeous day. It was super hot outside. Like, it was nice. The water's a little cool at Grand Haven. Right. They said it was 57 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool.
So water's a little cold. But who cares? cares? I mean, you're there, and then you refresh yourself in the water, and the waves were like a foot, so no undertow. And
we said, why didn't you go? And she said, because there was a chance of rain. And we're like, the rain ended at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And she said she only goes to the beach if she can get there at 7 in the morning.
Not get there, but I would like to leave between like 7 and 8. Because if you get there too late, there's absolutely nowhere to park.
But you have other choices of beaches. You don't just have to go to that beach.
But I don't know how to get to any of the other beaches.
Right, and they're all on the same road. That's what we're kind of laughing about today. Like, there's one road, and then it's where all the beaches are. But I have never...
Amanda's fun.
And this comes down to what we were talking about on Friday, where Amanda has, like, the worst luck. I mean, every time that I have gone to the Grand Haven State Park, I have parked in that parking lot. And I have never... I get there...
have I.
Like at peak.
Right.
I get there at peak times.
Right.
And the last grand wedding... The Channel 95.7 van pulled up, and it was packed. I mean, there was no getting into that lot. So I dried off and ran up and said, I'll move my car. You guys can have my spot, because they needed to be there for the whole night. I said, I'll get out. And they're like, how did you get in the lot? I said, I always get in the lot.
I got in the lot, too.
Like, I have never not parked in that lot or parked right along the street right there. And, never had a problem. But
By the way, speaking of the grand wedding, we're performing the ceremony.
Yeah, August 15th. Grand Haven City Park is where we're going to do the thing, your feet in the water. And then we head over to the Trillium Event Center for the reception.
We can either marry you or renew your vows.
Yes.
I know we've got people signed up who are doing both. So mychannel957.com, and you can
I just found out one of my friends, my uncle, is doing it.
I know!
For their 25th anniversary, they are renewing their vows. I hope that's not a secret for my aunt. So they're going to do that. $25 gets you married or renewed. $15, you can just come to the reception. You can eat, you can dance, you can see the flowers, the cake. The photographer will be there taking some pictures. It's like
Super
a full-blown
fun.
wedding.
Yeah, it's fun.
At a fraction of the cost.
mychannel957.com. So, Amanda, are you going to, because they have this thing on your phone, and I know you have an iPhone like I do. It's called an app.
Yes.
Wait,
and
where do you buy those?
You get them at an app store.
At an app store.
So you can get an app that says that you punch in like Oval Beach, Saugatuck, and then do.
Oh,
it'll tell you. It shows you exactly how to get there.
I might have something like that.
You should try it out.
Talk about one of those gyps.
Yes.
The gyps?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a gyps app. Those things are great.
Yep.
Don't know what that stands for.
And then you can try, someplace different.
Yeah.
Try your gyps app.
Maybe I'll try the gyps app.
Just try the gyps app.
You should totally do that.
Okay.
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, that's why I'm here.
The gyps
app. The technological one.
Yes.
Know.
Yes.
I am.
Also,
on this show, if we had to choose, it would be me.
And it's not a lie, Amanda. If you were in Grand Haven on that beach and you just continue going south, that's all you drive along is beach. Like, there's nothing but beach. That
Lake
whole
Michigan is super long.
I feel like when I did drive south there, because the one time I went at peak and there was no places to park, we drove south, but then it took us down a road where there was no beach.
Right.
Did you hear banjos?
And we followed that for a while.
And then you come to, like, there's an Ottawa County Park that's right there.
There was no more beach. Like, you have to turn left, and that's just the end.
No, that is definitely false.
It's not the end.
I know it's not the end of the beach, but I felt like, it was just going to take me back to the main road, and then I was going to have to go home.
Okay.
Do we need to have another Connie and Curtis event at another beach so you can try out another beach?
No, I think I'm going to try my gyps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
And
Just fire up the
we'll see what
gyps app.
happens. Maybe that will be my...
Do you know how to spell oval?
OVAL.
Very good.
Oval.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
There aren't just two beaches.
Right.
So many.
I mean, there are so many.
So many.
Yes.
So, you got the Grand Haven State Park. Then a little bit further south, you got the Rosie Mound natural area, and that's cool.
Is that the one
fun.
that you walked so far?
That's the one where we ended up walking through the dunes, and the kids were like, are we almost to the beach? Like, yes, the beach is right there. And we were actually liking that beach because we were watching it rain at the state park, and it was not raining on us.
It was like the Kentwood of beaches.
Until about 10 minutes later, and then it was pouring on us. But yeah, the whole thing is just lined with beach. You understand, like sand comes.
I understand. Yes, it's a coast.
In the waves, and then it is deposited there. It hits the land, and it doesn't have anywhere to go.
Right.
And then it sits there, and then that's just sand.
Yeah.
And then you got a beach.
Sandy Beach, they call it.
You'll love Oval Beach. You should go there.
Okay.
And you'll love Saugatuck. So you've never been to Saugatuck?
I have not ever been to Saugatuck.
It's that way.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Or that way.
Kirk Park is a great one. I've been there. You need to do more like exploring. You
Yes.
aren't much of an explorer.
She said to us
not.
this morning, I mean, I've only been here 2 years.
Right. What am I supposed to do? Know all the beaches? That's not my job.
Connie and Curtis.